While I'm on my rant, hey, Jayson Tatum's trainer. Yo,
Jayson Tatum.
he had an issue with me saying that Jayson Tatum was soft, one of the softest Boston Celtics superstars ever.
Mr. Big Time.
Oh shit!
Since you're his trainer, make sure he gets Finals MVP this year.
Ooh.
And I heard you wrote a book talking about like stop the bullshit. I'm gonna write part 2 if he don't get it.
If he.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Just Simply Sports here with me. I am Kaja. Okay, so I saw a clip of Brandon calling JT soft, and I'm trying to figure out what logic is he using. So I'm watching this episode of him responding to Jayson Tatum's trainer, who came out obviously and defended Jayson, as he should, right? And you say make sure that he wins MVP this year. So because he didn't win last year, that means that he's soft? And why is soft negative? So because he's averaging, I believe, the most points on his team, rebounds and assists, he's soft because it doesn't look super aggressive. Like his style of play, is that why he's soft? Because his stats say otherwise. I'm a little bit confused.
If you don't,
But if he,
if he do, he's.
it's very likely that he's going to win Finals MVP.
Okay,
if they're in the finals, they're going to win. He's going to win finals.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Because the Finals MVP last year, his stats was
How if they lose to the Lakers, could he win Finals MVP?
Facts. It's
your birthday. It's your birthday.
That's not even guaranteed. But I'm just saying,
Mr. B, crash out
since
time.
his trainer has a lot to say, like, is your client the top 5 Boston Celtic player ever? Like, don't come for me. Make sure you get your.
Okay, so now we're moving down to a different conversation. So it went from him being soft and him having to get MVP to prove that he's not soft. And now we're going from that to, is he a top 5 Celtic in NBA history? That's a matter of opinion. Some might feel like all that he's accomplished at his young age might make him a top 5 Celtic. It's quite possible. Depends on who you ask, because that's all, perspective and opinion. But okay, this is getting even more interesting.
Top 5 Boston Celtics player ever?
You don't think he is?
Top 5? You better go do your homework.
But that's not something.
If he wins,
even if he wins, his other boy.
Who's after his bird?
Damn.
What you saying?
No, don't go down.
Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown might be a top 5 Boston Celtics.
Do that if we don't. We don't know. If we don't know, we're not gonna talk like we know and we don't know.
I'm not taking over right now. He's 26.
That's what I'm saying. By the end of
Jaylen Brown is how old?
He might be over.
Jaylen Brown is how old? Who? Over who? Over
Paul. Mr. B has entered the building. Mr. B is here.
Paul now, damn it.
Come on, man. Paul, stop.
The truth?
I'm not that by the end of his.
You guys know what's so interesting to me when you watch former players talk about current players? I always like to be respectful, because I always say no matter if you won a championship, in my opinion, or if you played for how many seasons, years, and you didn't get that ultimate goal, I try not to discredit anyone, because you still got to the NBA and it still takes a lot of talent, tenacity, and hard work to get there, right? But can I just say, it is quite odd to see Brandon so angry. Like, I don't know why he's so upset, like, at Jayson Tatum, and the whole soft thing. You're talking about his age and his accomplishments comparing it to Jaylen Brown, but I don't believe that Brandon has ever won an NBA championship. And I don't think he's accomplished as much as Jayson Tatum has in his current basketball career. So I'm really trying to figure out, because JT doesn't look like, let's say, Isaiah Stewart. He's not as aggressive as Draymond Green. He's not, maybe punching people or choking someone. Does that make him soft? Because I feel like that's a false narrative. So it's like, okay, because someone doesn't look as, he's light skinned. I'm like, so because if he was dark skinned, because people said, like, when people. You heard the expression, like, when, like, pretty boys, right? Because they're light skinned, usually have nice hair and things like that. It's always like they're deemed to be a little bit softer because they look soft. They look a little bit on the feminine, they look feminine, to a certain extent. So I'm just trying to figure it out, because he named all the former some of the former Celtic players, and Kevin, Garnett, they got KG. He's definitely more aggressive. He's bigger. He's taller. Even in watching him speak, like he just comes across more aggressive. But that doesn't mean that he's soft, because his style of play, in my opinion, doesn't look like someone else. Like him and Jaylen Brown, and the reason to me that team is so successful is because that balance, they complement each other very, very well. And it never has to be JT. It does not have to be Jaylen Brown. It could be anybody. Drew Holiday could take over. You got Kristaps that can take over. They have so many options on that team, which makes them lethal. And I think that I would say Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum realized, like, through growing and the experiences of them getting to the finals and then losing and then almost getting there and then losing again to the Heat, I feel like he learned that I don't necessarily have to be Superman on this team anymore to win. Like, I can fall back and still play my brand of basketball, but I don't necessarily have to play it the same way, because I want to win a championship. So if that means that I need to score no more than 12 points and get 5 rebounds and let someone else step up, then I'll do that. You have to also remember that Jayson Tatum is usually double teamed. Like, he draws a lot of attention just because of how talented he is. So it gives other people more opportunity. And through that, he's still averaging the most points on his team, the most rebounds, and the most assists. So to me, to say that he's soft is completely silly to me. I don't know why Brandon just seems so upset. And of course, his trainer is going to speak up on his behalf, because look at all he's accomplished. It's like, you guys are like not even in the same conversation. So you calling him soft is like completely absurd. But what do you guys think about this whole this whole soft thing? And I know that we hear a lot about this new NBA, right? And how it's not as aggressive as it was back in the day, and defense is not what it used to be. Can I just say that I feel like since these comments have come out, the refs have been allowing a lot more aggressive plays to take place on the court now. You got Isaiah Stewart, who just literally elbowed the crap out of. I thought he like broke his trachea. The way he hit him, like he couldn't breathe. Was it like not tonight, but the night before last? I forgot who he was playing. Just that quick, you guys. There's so much going on, right? You got Draymond Green, who's always gonna be Draymond, right? So we're not gonna really use him too much as an example. But you look at Miami Heat, with one of the Thompson twins and Tyler Hero. There's been a lot of feistiness on the court as of lately, more so than in the past. So I'm just wondering if Adam Silver, low key, not high key, is trying to talk to the refs and like, okay, allow a little bit more aggressiveness, a little bit more defense, a little bit more hard defense, so that we can get the fans more engaged to start watching the games again, because maybe they're tired of hearing that the NBA as a whole and the way they're playing, but only shooting the threes more times than not, is too soft in general. I'm just curious to hear you guys' thoughts. Of course, let me know what you think about Brandon and his comments on Jayson Tatum, and what do you think constitutes an NBA player being soft, especially when you're successful? Let me know. I'll see you next video.